Hi everyone, this is Ruth and I'm back again with another video on my Animal Crossing planner series. Thank you so much for everyone who expressed interest when I posted a video last time about this project. I'm really excited to continue working on it and just making more illustrations. I definitely think I'm going to grow as like an illustrator while I make this. So I'm really excited for that. Today I am just working on another illustration in the video in the series. This one is for the month of July, and when July happened in just our regular human lives, I don't really know why I chose to word that way, but we're just gonna kind of go with it. Basically, when July happened, Animal Crossing released an update which added diving, and that's a nice summertime activity. So this one's just gonna have diving, just a villager hanging out in the water with Pascal, just kind of sunbathing with some fishies. So I'm working in Procreate again. I am just I have a sketch already made and I'm just going through and I'm adding the color and blocking in all the shapes, and I was anticipating this to be a pretty easy illustration because there's not a lot of background elements. There's basically just the characters and the water. But I did not consider I do not have a lot of experience when it comes to painting water, so it did end up being a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be. But it ended up working out in the end, even though it was a struggle for a while. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. I think having this project is going to help me sort of challenge myself and just keep expanding my skills, because when I sat down earlier, and I wanted to include this in the video, but it was getting kind of long. I basically went through and I sketched a bunch of drafts for what I think the other months will be, and I think that the illustrations, I know I can do them, but they're going to be really challenging and they'll stretch me, which I think will be good for me, because I think a lot of times when you're an artist, you really want to be challenging yourself and coming up with new illustrations, but sometimes if it's just make a new portfolio piece, that's so vague and the starting point is anywhere, then you don't really know where to begin. So I think that this project will be really good for me because it's giving me some kind of starting point. I have elements from the games to already work in, so I have the shops and the different characters and the environments, and I have specific images that I think would be cool when I'm thinking of those things. And so it'll keep me from just kind of defaulting to something very simple, while also making it something that's approachable and fun for me to do in a way to challenge myself. I don't know if that made sense at all. I felt like I was rambling like crazy, but that's kind of my thought. Maybe this could be a really cool way for other people who are thinking and worrying about their portfolio to kind of also challenge themselves in a similar way. So I think that's a pretty common struggle, is people are like, what should I draw, or what should I put in my portfolio, or how should I start practicing backgrounds? And it's I mean, you kind of do just have to do it, but that can be really difficult if you know kind of a jumping off point. So even if it's just fan art or for a silly planner idea like what I'm doing, I think there could definitely be merit in that. So yeah, for future videos, I'm not super sure. I definitely want to kind of keep walking you guys through the process of not just the illustrations, but the planning and the design and talking to printers. But for the next couple of weeks, I'm actually moving, so I'm definitely not going to be super focused on that sort of thing right now. I'm just trying to, pack up my apartment and get everything ready and things like that. So this is still a priority for me, but it's definitely not my number one thing on my plate, because I have to do work stuff and pack and everything else. So probably for the next couple of weeks they will be simpler videos. I will just be doing more illustrations and just kind of showing you a little bit more of that. I could maybe include in one of my future videos, I recorded myself sketching all of the different months. So I could kind of maybe include that and kind of walk you through my thought process of when I was doing that. But at the same time, I kind of like want to keep it a secret a little bit because I want the illustrations to be surprises and you can kind of see them as I move along. But also my sketches are so loose and vague, maybe they'd just be surprising anyway, because I feel like when I look at my sketches, nobody else knows what they mean but me, and I'm just like, ah, yes. Of course, that would probably mean they're not very good video content either, but you know, it's fine. Also, this is not really like relevant to what I was talking about, but he's on my screen now, so I'm just thinking about him. I love Pascal. Look at that guy. He's just so chill. He just wants snacks. I'm into it. I honestly, though, I'm not super into diving as a gameplay element in Animal Crossing. Like, I know it's just like take it slow, be chill, but like the swimming feels so slow to me. Like, I don't know. I just wish it was a little bit faster and just so I felt like I was moving a little bit quicker. But I mean, I guess, you know, I should just go with the flow and chill out or something. But that is my Animal Crossing hot take. Sometimes swimming's too slow. I know it's very controversial. I hope you can still support me. But if anyone does have any requests or thoughts on what they think the next planner video should be about, I'm also open to those. I also, once I'm settled with my move, I am planning on just kind of also doing other videos. I don't want like my channel just to be like Animal Crossing for like the next couple of months. I want to, maybe I'll do a video of me setting up my desk and my new workspace. I might do one of me, I have a commission I want to work on. I will probably record myself doing that. I think that would be a good project. I'm really excited about that one. I feel like I am just rambling right now, so if I do not make any sense at all, my apologies for that one. But this illustration honestly just took so much longer than I thought it was going to be. I was just like, okay, gotta render a couple characters, do some water, bada bing, bada boom, it'll be fine. But then like, the characters took a lot longer than I thought they would. I think partially just because like when they were like just sitting in blue, they just looked weird no matter what I did. And then the water was really difficult to paint. I didn't do this on camera or anything, but I actually spent a lot of time like looking at pictures and references and tutorials and ways other people do that, and was just trying so many different things. I eventually got to somewhere I was pretty happy with, but it was definitely a bit of a struggle. And now in the video, I'm finally moving on to the water, which I already knew I think would maybe be the more... I'm trying to remember what I was thinking. I think I was like, oh, this water will be simple, actually. I can do this, no problem. But then, like, you know, I think it's I don't know. I just don't know what I was thinking at all. I saw this thing as like, okay, I want it to have that kind of like the different shine points. I don't even know what they're called, if you're on the surface of the water and there's kind of like that web kind of effect. I looked at a lot of pictures and references and art tutorials for that kind of thing. Did a lot of that, was kind of playing with it, but then the main problem I was having is it just looked way too busy and was distracting from the main focus. So a lot of this video is me just battling that and figuring out the best way to incorporate it and also make it look like the characters are not just floating on top of the water. I think I ended up just like the thinner they got and like the more I just tried to integrate the characters and how the water would behave around them, it kind of fixed that problem. And just more different colors and things like that really helped. Having the characters be a little bit more submerged helped, but it definitely was difficult. I wasn't really anticipating that, especially after I was kind of thinking that the previous illustration that I did would be more difficult than this one, but that ended up not being the case. That one was pretty smooth sailing, so I don't know. Hopefully we'll see about how some of the other ones go. I have this bad habit sometimes, also, I bet you can see me doing it here, where I just like zoom all the way out when I'm working on something, which is just like, I think it's because I want to see it all at once and like it's easier to work on it when it's small, but then like you zoom in and you're like, this is trash because like it was hiding all of the flaws and it was really zoomed out, and then you have to fix all of that, and it's just really bad habit. Would not recommend it. 0 out of 10. I've also been trying to decide what the next few months of my I work on for the channel. I would like to start having it be like, oh, it's this month, let's work on that. So like next month is September, so maybe for the first week of that month. Probably that will be when I'm still settling into my new workspace. I'm moving on the 28th, so in a lot of packing and craziness right now. But probably after that I'll do September, but before then, I guess I'll just try and catch up on the other months of the year, things like that. Yeah, I think here is where I was just zoomed out for so long, and I think in some ways it was good because, you know, you could see how it all looks from a distance and like just the general composition, but also 1, not great for you guys to see what I'm doing. 2, also makes me so I can't see the details of the piece, and so I'm missing a lot of stuff. So, you know, choices were made. At the end of this, I was getting really frustrated with the water, so I decided to take a break, and I ended up working on it just outside of my recording setup. Procreate has a built-in record function, so I just used that to show you how at the end of it was, because a lot of it was just like final touches. I changed the water surface look, changed some colors, things like that, so you can take a look at that. In the future, for the next couple weeks, I might switch to this just using Procreate's video function, just so I can show you guys what I'm up to, but I don't have to spend a lot of time recording when I'm trying to pack and move. Let me know if you prefer this type of video over just the me recording myself using my iPad. I like to do the recording myself because then you can see like what brush size I'm using and what brushes and how I'm zooming in, where this is just like a lot of stuff is happening. You don't really see how, I guess, is kind of my thought process there. But this was how it turned out. I'm honestly pretty happy with it, even though it was a bit of a struggle. I think it really kind of had the cool summer vibe I was going for. that's going to be it for me this week, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want, you can find more videos of me doing Animal Crossing art or other types of art on my channel. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much.